Harrison Graham and Chase Sr. here. Boston Celtics news and rumors on Chat Sports. Chase has cooked up some juicy Celtics rumors. DJ Augustin, that screams juicy to me. Could they bring in the veteran point guard?
Yeah, did you sense the sarcasm there? Look, there are going to be a lot of players available on the NBA buyout market. Teams have until March 1st to make some of these decisions. And you look at the Celtics roster right now, what could they use? They could use a backup point guard. They could use some ball handling. They could use a floor stretcher and a shooter at that 1 or 2 guard spot. And according to John Hollinger, maybe the Celtics going to be interested in DJ Augustin. So he said this on The Athletic. Augustin was technically under contract for next year, but only $333,000 of his $7.3 million is guaranteed. Can you imagine nowadays paying DJ Augustin that much money? Wouldn't be me. With Houston rebuilding, the Rockets set him free, now to clear the way for a multi-layered deal with Boston. The issue is whether he really has anything left in the tank to help a contender. That goes back to him almost making $7.3 million. Can DJ Augustin, in his early 30s, help a playoff contender?
He can still shoot.
These are his career stats, not this year. 9.5 points per game. Throughout his career, he's connected on 41+% of his field goals, 38% from beyond the arc, and a very good free throw shooter. I think at this point, he's kind of washed. But with Marcus Smart dealing with that ankle injury, could Augustin be signed at some point down the stretch for one of the hottest teams in the NBA? Maybe. It could be added shooting for Boston, but really it doesn't do much for this basketball team.
I wonder if they took a swing at Goran Dragic at all, or if once the Mavs were out of play, he just zeroed in on Brooklyn with Steve Nash.
Yeah.
Because Dragic would have been nice.
He would have been good for Boston. Yeah.
That would have been a nice fit.
They've been playing really good defense, too.
They could certainly use another guard off the bench, that is for sure. What is your level of interest in DJ Augustin? Scale it from 1 to 100, 1 being he's washed, he's cooked, 100 being he's still in the prime of his career. Probably neither are true. Let us know in the comments section. He's Chase, I'm Harrison. Let's take a look at the second half of the NBA season, really the final third here, Chase, as we get through NBA All-Star Weekend and now games pick back up again here. We'll kind of break down the conference standings, take a look at MVP odds and some of the other awards as well, how things sit with about 25 games left to go. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference here, Chase, and you know, we've talked about this off-air a little bit, how tight it is, really 1 through 8 in the East.
It's really the tightest that the East has been in a really long time, because you look at the Miami Heat in that 1 spot at 38-21, tied with the Chicago Bulls. Philadelphia 76ers went into the All-Star break with a great win over the Milwaukee Bucks in that 3rd spot at 35-23. The Bucks are 36-24 at 5th. Cavaliers ahead of them, but the Boston Celtics still in the mix, only a couple games back from the Miami Heat, all the way down in 6th. And then the Atlanta Hawks, still kind of in the mix as well at 28-30. By the way, we're recording this on Thursday. Some games are taking place on Thursday night as we resume following the All-Star break. But the point here being, Harrison, the East hasn't been this closely tied in a really long time, to the point where in the first round of the NBA playoffs, there's going to be a really good team that gets bounced. And we're not sure who it's going to be. Is Brooklyn going to continue to climb the Eastern Conference standings with Ben Simmons sometime returning and Kevin Durant coming back into the lineup? Could a Sixers, a Milwaukee, a Miami, a Boston, another good team like Cleveland get ousted in that first round? That's what's going to happen, because some of those series are going to be wire to wire.
And it sounds like March 1st, New York City could lift the vaccine mandate, which means Kyrie Irving would be cleared to return as a full-time participant if that happens. Which team will come out of the Eastern Conference and make the NBA Finals? Let us know down in the comments who you think will make the Finals out of the East. All right, we got some hoodies on sale for you guys, a variety of ones right here for you. Chatsports.com/NBA hoodie. Different hoodies, different styles for different teams, different players as well. Love the player team combo ones that you can get, just like this Ja Morant one. I know there's Steph Curry ones as well. Chatsports.com/NBA hoodie. Love this Hornets jacket style also. You can get that one for other teams as well. Click the link. It'll be in the comments, the description of this video. Click and shop and pick up a brand new jacket or hoodie. Okay, take a look at the West now, Chase. A little bit of a different story. Phoenix has kind of separated themselves at the top. Golden State kind of feels like that clear number 2, but
yeah.
Memphis in the standings, game and a half back of the Warriors. At what point do we take them seriously as at least a conference finals threat?
You have to, because they're a really good team. They have a couple of really good options offensively, led by John Morant. It's criminal that he's not getting as much NBA MVP buzz as he should be. He's been terrific. Dylan Brooks is a really good player. Your boy Desmond Bane has been lighting it up. Jaren Jackson Jr. playing really good basketball too. Is Phoenix going to slip without Chris Paul because of the avulsion fracture in his thumb? Same injury that happened to Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo was able to play through it. Obviously a different sport with basketball. A little bit more contact and movement with that thumb as compared to being a quarterback, even though Jimmy Garoppolo obviously throwing the football. I think Phoenix is good enough and deep enough to maintain that number 1 position. But after that, things are wide open. The Warriors, prior to the All-Star break, started to slip a little bit. All year, they've been boosting the NBA's best defense, but defense has been one of the weak aspects of that team last couple of weeks. I think Memphis is scary good. I think they can upset any of these teams in the West. Utah Jazz, not really buying them as serious playoff contenders. Dallas Mavericks, that's your squad.
It's an opportunity for Dallas. If you draw Utah and you're Dallas, you should be going into that thinking we should win this series.
They should,
in my opinion, because
you've got
the best player in the series. So we'll
slightly above Donovan.
We'll see what happens there. I think Denver's a team to watch. Chase Jokic is having another MVP caliber year. Is Jamal Murray going to come back? We'll see if he does. That's a huge lift for them because he was clearly their second-best player over the last few years. Minnesota, they would like to be for sure in that top 7 or at least top 8, so you get 2 cracks in the play-in tournament to secure a playoff spot. Then obviously, all eyes on the Lakers as well. Can they sneak in and make some noise? If Chris Paul isn't healthy, 1-8 matchup in the first round, weirder things have happened.
Let me say this. The Suns and the Warriors don't want to play the Lakers in the first round. Look, I understand they've been a disaster this year.
Still LeBron.
But over the course of a 7-game playoff series, they still have LeBron James, one of the best players in the NBA. Anthony Davis is frightening to go up against. Russell Westbrook, I'm not the biggest Russ guy, but he can still make plays happen. Malik Monk shooting around 40% from 3 this year. That's a scary team in the first round.
How about Clippers-Lakers in the final playing game for the final
That's right, spot? Battle for L.A.
Yeah, we'll do a watch party for that piece. Which team's going to come out of the West now? Let us know. I'm going to go with Phoenix. The Chris Paul thing is something worth monitoring, but they've clearly been the best team this year. Golden State is still a force, but I still think they're working Clay back, trying to figure out how that all works together. We'll see when Draymond and James Wiseman come back, but I'm going to go with Phoenix. Where are you going?
I like Phoenix, Golden State as well. Those are my 2 squads, but like I said, Memphis, they're for real. They can compete for an NBA title this year.
See what happens. They got the athletes to do it. Subscribe to Chat Sports. More NBA news, rumors. How about some draft coverage as well?
Hell yeah.
We're going to get into ESPN NBA mock draft reaction if you're watching live on Thursday, so stay tuned for that. For agency this offseason, it's going to be fantastic, so go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Let's take a quick look at some of these award races as well. MVP, obviously. Joel Embiid is taking not a large lead here, but he's clearly the front runner. You got Nikola Jokic and Giannis all of a sudden lurking as well as he's climbed the column in the points per game category.
Yeah, Steph there in 4th at plus 1,000. Ja Morant and Devin Booker both at 18-1 odds. I think if the season were to end today, Harrison, Joel Embiid is my NBA MVP. I think if you take him away from the Sixers without Ben Simmons all year, they'd be an awful basketball team.
Yeah.
What he's been able to do in the scoring column, rebounding, he's become a better passer, really good defensive player, blocking shots and protecting the rim. It's been great. And he's been better than he was last year when the Joker actually beat him for MVP. It's going to be a neck-and-neck race between those 2 players down the stretch.
A name not in this top 5, Luka Doncic the last month before the All-Star break.
Sneaky.
He was playing like an MVP. He's been out of his mind. We'll see if that carries over. Who will win MVP this year? Let us know. Give us a prediction. And by the way, I'm with you. Ja Morant at 5th best odds. I love Steph. I think Ja should be higher in the odds.
Yeah, me too.
I think what he's done for Memphis has been incredible. Get your votes in on MVP. Let's go to Defensive Player of the Year award now. Rudy Gobert, Chase's favorite player at plus 140. Draymond Green at plus 180. I wonder if he's missed too many games now as he's been out a little while. You got Giannis, Jaren Jackson, and Joel Embiid up there as well.
Yeah, look, here's my issue with Rudy Gobert. I think he's an overrated defensive player. Why is that? He plays one position on one spot of the floor, and all of these other guys guard multiple positions, or at least can guard multiple positions. So I think Rudy Gobert is somewhat limited. I thought Ben Simmons last year should have won Defensive Player of the Year because he guards all 5 positions at a really elite level. Rudy Gobert is not asked to do that. And in the playoffs, he often gets thrashed and picked on because he has to get out to the three-point arc. He's slow-footed, and really his strength is around the rim. And Draymond Green is with me. He said, never compare me to Rudy Gobert, but hey, he's leading the Defensive Player of the Year race as of now.
Well, Chase thinks he's overrated. We'll ask you guys, though. Is Rudy Gobert an overrated defender? Type O for overrated, type P for properly rated. I do think he's a good defender, but, you know, if people are saying you're the best constantly, well, pretty good chance it's going to be overrated. So get your votes in O or P. Rookie of the Year now. Evan Mobley just running away with this thing.
Yes,
Chase.
he is. It's crazy. Look, the upside for him during my draft evaluations, it was so high. I even said he could end up being the top player in the 2021 NBA draft class. He has some elements of his game that, as a rookie, remind me of a young Giannis. He can guard multiple positions. I think he can be a better, more natural offensive player than Giannis, but he's a terrific athlete, really heady basketball player. Giannis didn't have that at the time because he was so raw, but Evan Mobley has been great. Scotty Barnes has been a great find for Toronto. I wanted them to draft Jalen Suggs for him to be Kyle Lowry's replacement, but the pick of Barnes has worked out. Cade Cunningham has had his moments. Josh Giddey in the month of February, averaging a near triple-double, went off at MSG. And Franz Wagner, really good find for the Orlando Magic. The young core with Cole Anthony, Franz Wagner, Jalen Suggs. They have something working down there in Florida.
All right, so which rookie has impressed you the most? I think what's helping Mobley out, too, is his team's winning. A lot of Rookie of the Year candidates don't win because they were, a top 3 or 4 pick, but Cleveland's having a great year. So which rookie has impressed you guys the most? Sixth Man of the Year now. This is over and done with. Unless Hero gets hurt and misses basically in the rest of the games, he's going to win this award.
Yeah, it's funny. We call Kelly Oubre 30K Oubre. Anytime you put him in a video, it pops off. So maybe that happens with this one. But I think Hero, this is his award to lose. Kevin Love, good story this year. He's kind of rejuvenated his career to a certain degree. And then Montrezl Harrell, nah. Jordan Clarkson won it last year. It's Tyler Hero's award. And the Most Improved Player of the Year race. Look, we talk about Ja Morant being so low on those MVP odds. At least he's probably going to win Most Improved Player. But this is funny because last year I thought he was great. This year he's been even better, but Most Improved, that's kind of interesting. Yes, he's taken his game to a new level. Yes, he's become, I don't know, in some circles, a top 5, top 10 guy. So he deserves to win a award. I think it's more most valuable player as compared to this.
What's interesting is someone made him aware that he's leading this award, and he said, well, what about Desmond Bane as most improved?
That's good,
Which
too.
I thought was a good point. I mean, he's gone from a just, good rookie to he's like a legitimate starting caliber player averaging 17, 18 points a game as a 40% three-point shooter.
Yeah, this is my favorite award of them all, even including MVP, because I love to see the development of these players, the work ethic, them being in the lab. You've seen it with all of these guys. Ja, Miles Bridges, Darius Garland, an All-Star, DeJounte Murray, an All-Star, and Anthony Simons. Without Damian Lillard and now C.J. McCollum, Anthony Simons has been getting buckets, man.
Yep, no doubt about it. Who's improved the most? Let us know what you guys think on this one, and we'll see what happens down the stretch of this season when it comes down to these awards.